Yes, we can start.
Okay. So, a very good evening, Toastmasters and my dear guests. I welcome you all to this great online meeting. So, Toastmasters is a non profitable organization which was initiated by a leader called Ralph C. Smedley with the sole motive to improve communication and leadership skills amongst the members across the globe. Toastmaster International has 15,900 clubs and more than 345,000 members in 142 countries. Chennai Wordsmiths is one amongst them. Toastmaster International works on a four pillar of values, namely RISE, R for respect, for integrity, S for service, and E for excellence. The mission of our club is to provide supportive and positive learning experience so that the members can develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. So now it is time to move into this code of conducts. People who are going to talk today are asked not to talk about sex, religion, and politics. Since this is an online meeting, we have a separate set of rules and regulations for this meeting. I request all the members of the meeting to mute your audio option if you're not going to talk, as it might distract or interrupt the meeting. Use the chat with all option to make any special mention or convey any message to the concerned member. And although this is a virtual meeting, please refrain from using your mobile phone during the meeting. And please do not interrupt while a speaker is speaking, as it might distract the speaker's flow. If the members want to take a small break, please switch off your video and audio, then go for a break, because if you're going to take a break during the meeting, it might not sound. So now it's time to get to the meeting. Every task started and ended by one special person, presiding officer. Today's presiding officer is the mechanical engineer and who is working on Hyundai Motors. And now I'd like to hand over the Toastmaster.
Thank you, Nikhil. A very good afternoon to all the Toastmasters and guests present here. And I welcome you all for the 572nd meeting of Chennai Wordsmiths Toastmasters Club. And also, I take this moment to recognize the dignitaries present here. We have our Division B Director, Srinath, Toastmaster Srinath, joining us today. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Shruti.
So I would like to start today's meeting with a short story. Every one of us know about Michael Jordan, right? He is a legendary basketball player. Many agree he was the greatest basketball player of all time. But when he was in high school, he didn't even make it to his school basketball team. And that worried him a lot. And so he used this episode to motivate himself to succeed on basketball court. As per one news article, Jordan has explained that whenever he was working out and got really tired and figured that he has to stop, at that point in time, he would close his eyes and see the list in the locker room without his name. And that kept him going. By the end of his high school career, Jordan had been named as McDonald's All-American. Even though Jordan was one of the best players and he was aware of it, he never stopped. He spent the off-season shooting hundreds of jump shots each day, as reported by Business Insider. Phil Jackson, who coached him for many years, said that Michael Jordan became so great not just because of his inherent skills, which is also one of the main reasons, but also because that he understood how hard he needed to work in order to succeed. Hard work is always the winner. So with this message, dear ladies and gentlemen, I announce meeting number 572 open. So I would now like to connect the guest introduction. So we have few guests joining us today. We can have a small introduction from you. You could tell your name, what you do, and how you came to know about our meeting today. So we can start with guest Archana.
Hi, good evening all.
Yes, ma'am, good evening.
Yeah, I hope you all are safe in this pandemic situation. So I work as an HR manager in an organization called Recode Solutions, and I came to know about this a couple of months ago itself in the month of November, this Toastmaster through one of my friends. And then I found out online about the Ananagar Toastmaster Club, and like I couldn't join by then way back because I had some other online courses, which like my certification courses, which I had my classes the same time. So I had a clash. So once I'm done, like I thought like, I'll just join from today.
Yes, ma'am. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy the meeting today.
Yeah, thank you.
Can we hear it from guest Bharat?
Hi, good evening all. It's nice to see you all. This is my second meeting here. So I was in touch with Shruti earlier. I've been like yourself. Last meeting, I believe 3 weeks before, I just attended a meeting, an online meeting. So that brought me here, and I work for a company, BPO company, as admin manager. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And can I now hear it from guest Deva? Okay, we can hear it from guest Dhanush Balaji. Okay, well, so we can proceed with the meeting. As like in every Toastmasters meeting, the entire meeting will be conducted by one main person, whom in Toastmasters we call it as the Toastmaster of the day, who is basically the MC for the entire meeting. And today, our Toastmaster of the day is a very young, vibrant person. He's a very enthusiastic Toastmaster. He is known for his humorous speeches. So one unique thing that I really wanted you all to know about him is that I asked him what he is doing in these lockdown days, and he says he really loves cooking, and he has tried out a lot of new desserts. And one of the favorite dessert that he tried out and it came out very well is Shahi Tukda, according to him. So with much pride, join with me to invite the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Manish.
Hello everyone, I hope everyone could hear me, and Shruti, not only I hope, every single people or everyone in my home hoped it was actually Shahi Tukda. Good. So, good evening ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters and my dear guest over here. And I hope I saw a lot of faces over here. Everyone are so happy, bright and full on vibrant mode right now. So with that Josh, let's go on to this meeting. As the Toastmaster of the day, it's my privilege to let you know the theme of today's meeting. And today's theme is YOLO, which means you live only once. And I urge all the Toastmasters to use this theme of the day in their speeches while they speak. So Toastmasters, imagine you all have been given an amount of rupees 86,400 in your bank account every single day. Whatever you spend that day is yours, but what you don't spend disappears. So eventually, what do? You will anyways obviously withdraw every single penny and spend it to the last dime. And actually, to your surprise, everyone has such an account actually, and it is called time. And every single day we have 86,400 seconds in your wallet. So use it wisely, and once you use it, it's yours, and if you don't, you don't have it for tomorrow. So it's mandatory to spend it to the fullest. And every Toastmaster meeting is made up of 3 segments. One is the prepared speech segment, wherein the Toastmasters will have a prepared speech which they have prepared for the past days, and they will deliver it over here. And next is the rapid fire session, the most exciting table topic session, in which you'll be given a topic on spot and you have to give an impromptu speech for that. And the next session forms the crux of this Toastmasters. It is the evaluation session, in which various Toastmasters will evaluate the speakers as well as the entire meeting as well. So for this, let me call upon the general evaluator for the day, Toastmaster Vidyadhar, who is a civil service aspirant who also aspires to be a confident public speaker, and that's why he recently joined Toastmasters. Give it up for Toastmaster Vidyadhar.
Thanks, TM Modi, for a kind introduction. Very good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Today, I'm the general evaluator. To the benefit of guests, My task is to help evaluate the prepared speeches and the overall meeting in general. To assist me in this process, I have two set of teams, the evaluation team and a tag team. Here, tag, TAG, stands for timer, ha counter, and grammarian. As per scientific research, the attention span of an average adult is just 7 minutes. So, in this 7 minutes, with the right usage of words, along with the less filler words, we can transform a prepared speech into a spectacular speech. That is why tag team's role is highly essential in a Toastmasters meeting. So, without any delay, let me introduce today's terrific timer, Toastmaster Rohit. He's a mechanical graduate who had worked in Volvo heavy machineries, but now is burning his midnight oil to clear government examinations. All the best, Toastmaster Rohit. Please give us a brief introduction about the timer's role.
Hello everyone. So the role given for me today is as a timer. As a timer, I'm responsible to keep track of the time for all. I'm responsible for keeping track of time for all the speeches which are coming up here and getting delivered. In other words, may I know what is the theme of the day for today? Anyone?
You only live once.
In short, sir.
YOLO.
That is exactly my role today. Evlo time you guys took today, sir. So at the lower limit, I'll be showing this green card. So I request all the prepared speakers to just pin my video so that it will be easier for you to keep track of your own time. At the lower limit, I'll be showing this green card. I hope this is visible. And at the intermediate level, I'll be showing this yellow card. And at the maximum limit, I'll be showing this red card. After showing this red card, you have a grace period of 30 seconds to wind up your speech so that everyone is able to have the fullest attention to your speech and have a wonderful evening this time. So thank you for the opportunity given to me today, and I hand over the control back to my GE.
Thanks for an introduction, timer Rohit. Now let's invite our awesome counter Toastmaster Sushmita. She is a Toastmaster from Walkie Talkies Nanganallur and presently serving as a VP Public Relations there. She is currently a student of MOP Vaishnav College and her hobbies are singing, dancing and reading novels. Awesome Toastmaster Sushmita, please give us a brief introduction about the counters role.
I hope I'm audible and visible to all of you.
Yes.
I am. How many of you would feel interested to listen to the speech if someone speaks? That is precisely why the role of counter is there in a Toastmaster. As an counter, I'll keep a note of the filler words that disrupt your speech. Filler words can be of three types. They can be the unlexical ones, the lexical ones, and the silent pauses. The unlexical ones are those which don't have words but sounds like e, etc. The lexical ones are those which has words and disrupt your speech, like, so, and, are some examples of these. I'll keep a detailed report of all the unlexical, lexical, and the silent pauses, and will share my report at the end of the meeting when the general evaluator calls me. Thank you, and over to the general evaluator.
Toastmaster Sushmita, thanks for your clear presentation. Now, let's invite our galvanizing grammarian, Toastmaster Anindita. She is a first-year Viscom student. She not only loves dogs, she is also a piano prodigy. Toastmaster Anindita, please give us a brief introduction about your role.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, everyone. Imagine you're sitting in a concert and this musician is playing a beautiful piece, but all of a sudden he misses a note and the piece is entirely ruined. Grammar is also like a music piece. A mistake you make might ruin your speech. So as grammarian, my role is to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any improper language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. Today's word of the day is abstract. It's existing only as an idea. Usage. I can't distinguish any defined shapes within the artist's abstract painting. At the end of the meeting, I'll submit my report when called by general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anandita. That's all from my end. Over to TMOD.
Thank you so much, Vidyadhar. Your team is so jam-packed. I'm so excited to see them again in the later part of the meeting. And when I said this theme YOLO, everyone was like, oh, we can do whatever we want because it's YOLO, we live only once. But YOLO doesn't mean you should drink and smoke away your life saying that you live only once. It means you should do something meaningful with your life because you live only once. So with that note, we shall proceed into the prepared speeches of this meeting. And first, we have this passionate Toastmaster who is a program manager in a software company. And when I asked him what he thinks about this theme, he said his speech will know. His speech will let us know. And in 10 years from now, he will be having an exciting or a pleasant retirement life. And before introducing the speaker, I would like to call his evaluator Toastmaster Paul Bhaskaran to read out his speech objectives, please.
Hi, good evening, 100% here. And my special good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Mohan. He's attempting on project called Advanced Communication Gold, which is project number 2. It is the manual called the entertainment speech. The project's title is Resource for Entertainment. Okay, the objectives of his speech are: draw entertaining material from sources other than your own personal experience. Number 2 is adapt your material to suit your topic, your own personality, and the audience. Time allotted for his speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Wish you all the best, speaker. Thank you.
Without further ado, let's call upon Toastmaster Mohan for the title The Brick. The Brick, Toastmaster Mohan. The screen is yours.
You able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
You able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hello. So you able to hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir,
yes. Steve Jobs' last word. Okay, Steve Jobs' last word is, "My life is almost a pinnacle in the business world. Others find it was more like an epitome of success. But my little joy is only as the last period of my life. My wealth is the only factor that I'm accustomed to." It was at the moment when I was in the sick bed, I was thinking my entire whole years. I realized, I recognized the wealth. That is the only factor which I have taken my pride and pleaded. And that has become meaningless in front of the impending death. Materials that we lost, we can able to get it. Something if you lost, we're not able to get it. What is that? It's life. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm just going to start with a small story. A young man, a businessman, who is very successful in his life. He's just driving a Jaguar car very fast in one of the neighbor's street. And he was seeing some of the players, the children are playing in their parking area. Suddenly he saw some kind of a brick has been thrown to his car and it fell in the Jaguar's car. And he could not, and he slammed the brake and he spotted the place where the brick has been thrown to him. The angry driver get into the car and went to that place and pulled that person and find the parking car. And he shouted like anything. What went? What is happening? What you did? Why you did like this? The child was so pleaded. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I don't have anything. I don't have anything to do. And again, he's pleaded. I have to stop you. None of them are stopping it. I need to throw a brick to stop you. There was a tears from his eyes to his chin. That boy is pointing to a person on the parking area. That was my brother who was curbed and fell down from the wheelchair. I could not able to lift him. Would you please help me to lift the boy to the wheelchair? Because he's too heavy for me. Moving towards the words, the driver, rapidly swallowing the lumps on his throat, immediately rushed to the place and he took the person and lifted in the moving chair. And he took his handkerchief and he just wiped the fresh blood and also the face. And he said, "It's okay. I hope everything's okay. You will be good." "Thank you. God bless you." That boy said. And he just went through his brother in his wheelchair in the parking area towards his home. But the driver went slowly to his Jaguar car. At the time when he sees the dent, he doesn't want to fix it. He feels there is a message from that. Don't go through so fast in your life. Sometimes the brick will be thrown to you to seek your attention. Now the man is all of us. The Jaguar car is a running life that what we had 2 months before. The boy in the wheelchair is something, the entertainment, our healthiness, our enjoyment in life. The brick, that is nothing but the coronavirus, the deadly coronavirus thrown to us by the nature. Sometimes, if you are not listening, the nature will throw to you to seek our attention. Wake up call to us to prioritize in our life. God whispers in our life. God speaks to our heart. Sometimes, if you are not listening, the life will throw something to us to seek our action. It's our choice to listen or not. So when every time a person goes to hospital or when he goes to operation theater, at the time only he recognized one thing, that he has not read the book. He feels about it. The book is nothing but the book of healthy life. When the curtains are down, when the life is going to end, the treasure loves your family, your spouse, your friends, but the treasure of the cherish. As we go older and wiser, we could able to find the life where if you have a high value or a low value watch, both are going to show the same time. Our inner feelings is more not from the materialistics. It is more from the relationships. When you have a first class ticket or if you have a kind of a ticket, an economic ticket, when the flight is having any issue, you also get down. And therefore, I like to say that our healthiness is important and the relationship that you have to spend your time with your spouse, your children, your sister, your brother, it's a true happiness. YOLO, your life is only once. The same, life is short, time is fast. No reply, no rewind. Just enjoy the moment. Don't go very fast. Sometimes the brick will be thrown to you again to seek your attention. Thank you. Back to Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohan. That was really an entertaining speech, to be honest. So now, Toastmasters, consider there is milk, curd, butter, ghee. The cost of milk, the cost of curd is more than the cost of milk, and the ghee is the most compared to the others. We all see the pricing going up, but eventually the starting product is none other than the milk. So we all see that the value has raised, but it was the hard process that the milk had to undergo in the due course of time, which made its value more. Undergo pressure situations now, so that you can sparkle your values in the future. With this note, we'll go to the next speaker, who's a dentist, and asked about the theme of the day. She says, "Live in the moment." And now I ask Toastmaster Sajid, who's the evaluator of the speech, to read out the speech objectives of the speaker. Toastmaster Sajid?
Hi, Manish.
Hi, sir.
My video is switched off. A very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. And special good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Shashikala. She is attempting her Project 10. That is the last project from the Competent Communicator Manual. And the name of the project is Inspire Your Audience. The objectives of her speech is to inspire the audience by appealing to noble motives and challenging the audience to achieve a higher level of beliefs or achievement. The second objective is appeal to the audience's needs and emotions using stories, anecdotes, and quotes to add drama. And the timer, please note the timing for the speech is 8 to 10 minutes. And all the best, Toastmaster Shashikala, for your milestone speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sajid. Now let me introduce to you Toastmaster Shashikala with the title "The Flow." The Flow, Toastmaster Shashikala.
Yeah. Thank you, Manish. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah. Thank you, Manish. Thank you, Sajid. Good afternoon, my dear Toastmasters and guests. I hope you all are safe. So tell me, just think and tell me, is there a time in your life where you felt like while going to work, especially on Monday mornings or to school or to colleges, at any walk of your life, like you felt like it's a boredom and you don't want to go? One of you can just unmute and tell me yes, if you have felt that. Yeah, thank you. So I can relate that to one of my experience recently. It happened when I was there at my hometown. So I happened to meet one of my friends who is also a dentist and running a clinic. So when I casually inquired him about how is the clinic, how is life, everything, he was very casual about it, and rather he said there is nothing new, so it's all fine, it's all a routine thing. So I was surprised because I thought he's going to share so much about his patient experience. Practically, he has faced any challenges. So there was nothing on that front, and he was just casually talking about other things. So I was thinking for a time, for a while, and I just thought probably something is not right with him. So later, when I get back to the normal work, and then this was there at the back of my mind. I was still thinking on that, like, is there anything wrong with him? Why he was not so proactively talking about his career? I hope he is getting good amount of patients. So I was thinking a lot on that front. So later at that night, when I was resting on the bed, it suddenly occurred to me, like, probably even I also face the same thing, especially on Monday mornings when I have to go to office. So I always used to feel, oh, why Mondays? Why can't these be happy Mondays? Like we say, happy Fridays, happy weekend. So it's a kind of, like we have to force ourselves on Monday mornings to go to office at some time. And I have experienced it. So I was just thinking about it. Can we do something about this boredom? How are we going to bring a kind of energy and bring in a kind of enthusiasm in the work we do? So I was just thinking, and at that time I was also reading a book. So in between free time, I was reading a book, and in the fourth chapter, the book I was reading, I had just kept it so I can. It's called Ikigai. Okay. So in the fourth chapter of this book, the author talks about something called flow. So the author describes this flow as like it's a time where your mind and body is immersed, is totally giving in 100%, and you lose control of time. You don't realize how much time it is. And the author who has taken the abstract for the fourth chapter here has referred back to a source, which is actually the book called The Flow. It's written by Csikszentmihalyi Mie, and there is a whole book about that. So the author here has gathered the data across the world where there are breakthroughs, where there are inventions in music, in painting, be it the mathematicians working on the formula. So he has reached out to everybody who has done something exceptionally well, and he gathered the data and he analyzed. So while analyzing, he was able to understand, like, there is something common among all these people. So what is that? He coined the term as flow. The flow, that is how he described, like this is the time, this is the time where the person is immersed so much in the work, he loses control of the time. He doesn't realize how much time actually has passed in that task. For example, you imagine you playing a video game, okay, and you think like it's your favorite game, and you think it's been a few minutes you are playing the game, but then when you actually look in the real time, so you see like, there are a lot of time, like you have been spent hours, and the hours would have been spent like minutes. So that's how you feel. So the author coined this term, and he said, and he also gave some how you can achieve this flow, and he recommends like all of us should try to reach these activities in whatever we do. You know, the people who have given the data and who have achieved a lot through this flow state, it's a phase actually. So in that state, so they have said like they wouldn't compromise anything for this state. So they said like this is the most happiest moment. They wouldn't spare or exchange this for anything else, not for money, not for any reward. So they said this is the most happiest moment and joyous time. And they felt like the life is content, fulfilled, happy. And that is how they describe. So the author here, he recommend like we all should be able to achieve that. It's with a repetitive action, you are able to achieve that. And once you start achieving it, so it may probably at one time you will be able to achieve it, whatever you do, you will be able to achieve the flow. So I'm sure we all would like to know how to achieve this state. So it includes 7 conditions, and he has given 3 strategies to achieve that. The 7 conditions is, first we should know what we are doing, like what are we should know the work, right? Like if you want to achieve flow in something, if you are a painter, you should know what are you going to paint. So you know how to do it. And the third thing is, you know where are you exactly. You are at the basic level, you are at the intermediate level, at what level you are in. And you should know like what are the challenges, set of challenges you have in that criteria, in that area, and what are the skill set that you have. And you should have a distraction-free environment. So these are the 7 things that he just said. And he also listed down the 3 strategies. The strategy 1, he says, is, so you should choose a task. The task shouldn't be too much like, it shouldn't be too complicating. It should be like an easy one. And you should start with a clear objective. The objective should be concrete and clear. Say if you are playing a video game, okay, the objective should be you should win over the opponent. So that's the objective, right? So he said you should have a task and a clear objective, and then you should be working one task at a time. Maybe that has several tasks, but you have to break down and work one task at a time. So multitask versus single task. I know it's a debatable thing, but for now, the author says, but for now we should concentrate it on a single task. If we have more time in the end, we can look into that example as well. So I can give you a real-time example here. So when I started my career as a dentist in the initial days, so I was naive and I had just started and I was working with one of the senior dentists. So when I started, she initially gave me only the cleaning cases. You clean the teeth every day from morning till evening 8 o'clock. So you only clean the teeth. So that I did for almost 3 months. You mean like the first quarter, it's only cleaning. So I developed a kind of boredom, and I said every day I have to only clean, and she does all the cases. So then I walked up to her one day after 3 months. I said, can I do some small fillings? Can you assign me some patients for that? So then she said, okay, go ahead. From next week, you start the small fillings, cavities, restorations, all that. So then I started with that. After some time, I felt like after 2-3 months, again, the boredom seeped in. So then I said, okay, probably I can do root canals now. So I went and asked her again, can I do the root canals now? She said, yeah, from next month you can start, but just prepare well for that because you don't have any practical exposure. So that is when I came back, I referred my notes, referred my text. I called my friends who are like into the practice, and I asked them, and I learned how to give the injection. I watched videos. I did on the demo on whatever the models I had. So that's how I also have to enhance skill and to achieve that practical experience. So I was also prepared from my end, and then I was able to achieve that. So later she also gave me a few surgeries, extractions. So that's all. So what I'm trying to tell my dear Toastmasters and guests, I would like to show you a chart which I had taken from the book. So you can see the chart, right? Yeah. So the y-axis is challenges, the x-axis is skills, okay? So as the challenges are high and as the skill is high, you know, this gray area is the flow. So as both are on the high end, so you achieve the state called flow. So if your challenges is high and if your skill set is low, then there will be anxiety. If your challenges are low and if your skill set is high, then there will be boredom. So you have more skill set, less challenge, it's boredom. More challenge, less skill, it's anxiety. Both are matching. You're pulling yourself, you're stretching yourself with a skill set and also taking up more challenge, then you're able to achieve flow probably at one point. So that's how the author has described it. Dear Toastmasters and guests, imagine a video game you're playing and you're at the basic level, and then you move next, then you got boredom for some time, and then you move to the next level, that is the intermediate level. So you played for some time, and then you enjoyed playing there, and then again you got boredom with that, and then you want to go to the next level. So that's all. Apply the same thing to your real life scenario. So just level up a bit of challenge and just enhance your skill to meet that. So that is going to create more of excitement in your work. That is going to make your work more enjoyable, and you will be more eager to go. Especially on Monday mornings, you will be like, you will have something challenging and you want to beat it, and you have acquired the skills and you want to try this new venture. So you can just apply to your areas of life and just experience it. I know it's a very competitive world these days, right? And at this lockdown period, we have to look into the bright side of it, and we can always go back and see what is that, where we can find our flow. So usually they say at the 8 to 14 years of time, that is when in between you can achieve the flow. So one of those activities that you repeatedly did at that time, that is where you are going to achieve the flow. Thank you, Toastmasters and guests, for your attention and time.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shashikala. That was a really inspiring speech. And a note to all the Toastmasters attending the meeting, your videos have been put on mute so as to improve the connection levels. And if you want to talk, just play your video, unmute yourself, and then come up and talk. And Toastmasters, let me now put for the question in front of you so that I know who are all keeping even me on mute. So how many of you like idli? Just show your, put your hands up. Idli. How many of you like idlis? How many of you like dosas? See, everybody like dosas. So though they both have been made from the same batter, you see, though idlis are round, soft and fluffy, we are like dosas, which is all spread out. And similar to that, don't be confined like an idli inside an idli gundan. Be spread out like a dosa on a tawa. Spread out your wings, show your colors, and make the most of yourself. And just like this, we have an exciting Toastmaster now. She is a lawyer by profession, but a Toastmaster by passion. And when I asked her one thing that she wanted to do so badly in her life, but not done it yet, is that she would love to give 100% in her profession, but wasn't able to achieve it because of a family commitment, and is only at 60%. I'm sure you would achieve a pinnacle, ma'am. So before inviting Toastmaster Maithili onto the screen, I would like to call distinguished Toastmaster Bal Ganeshan to read out the speech objectives, please. DTM Bal Ganeshan.
Yeah. Good evening, Toastmasters. This is Balaganesh, and my target speaker, my good friend Maithili, is attempting ACG 4. That is from Special Occasion Speeches Manual, Project 4, presenting an award. The objectives of this particular speech are to present an award with dignity and grace, acknowledge the contribution of the recipient who is receiving the award. Timer, please note it is 3 to 4 minutes. Lower time limit is 3, upper time limit is 4. All the very best, Maithili. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, sir. Let me present to you Toastmaster Maithili, the Triple P Award, Toastmaster Maithili.
Am I audible? My sincere thanks to each and every one of you who are present here on this memorable occasion of my life, the award giving function. Good evening, Toastmasters, friends and guests. If I were to tell you 1 year, from then on I had no looking back, It's the year 2013 when this lady handheld me in Toastmasters and became my soulmate. All these 7 years, I have not given one speech without her knowledge, but today is an exception because the heart flows requires no waiting. She gave me the right exposure at the right time, be it the contest chair role in the club contest level, or the contest master role in the area contest level, or the conference chair role in the division conference level. So much of trust she had in me, and she did this when she was a president, when she was the area director, and when she was a division director. They say a mediocre mentor tells, a good mentor advises, but a superior mentor demonstrates. She demonstrated each and every move for me. And to this lovely lady, I did give her shots when I did not accept or nominate myself for the post of president at the right time. She was then an area director. Probably she also had dreams of working with me and training me in that level. I disappointed her. But this lady did not give up her heart. Moving forward, when I became the area director, and I had the great challenge of establishing a new club in Mogappair, this lady stepped out of her house and walked with me street after street in search of a venue. I really don't know if I deserve this. Today, Mogappair Marvels is flying high because of its strong base, the venue. Way back, about a month ago, I did receive a strong message from this lady. Maithili, if I deserve to be a DTM, then the feelings are mutual here. If you don't get this, then I have failed. I know you will never allow me to fail, Maithili. What a strong way of conveying a message persuasively. Ever since then, believe me, I have been chasing Arun for roles after roles to complete this ACG series. Even my personal life, she did not give up. When I had a confusion between my profession and my family, she said, Maithili, be strong, follow your heart. That is the mentorship I love in her. Last week, casually, I asked her, what is it that you love in your mentee, ma'am? And she said, I will give you full credit for making your mentor work very, very, very hard. I know it sounds sarcastic, whether I am a tough mentee or I gave her a great exposure in mentorship. She deserves this Triple P award for her patience, persuasiveness, and the protection she has been giving me all through. They say behind every successful woman, there is a man. But for me, it is a woman, and it is my role model mentor, distinguished Toastmaster, Reena Ji. And today, in this August gathering, I feel so proud to bestow this Triple P award. Reena ma'am, if you are on the screen, please accept this award for being my one and only best mentor in my life. Over to the TM board.
That was a very deserving award for a very deserving person from a very deserving Toastmaster. And Toastmasters, in this way, you can accept anything, a lot of things, you can achieve your goal. But if you don't have the happiness or satisfaction when you complete the task, there is no point in completing the stuff as well. So love your task, love your dream, share your love, and that's what makes you a better human being overall. So moving on, this next Toastmaster is a big mentor for most of them in our club as well itself. So when I asked him about the theme of the day, he said, just live once. So you live just once. So live every second the way you want. Just keep moving and keep going. And I asked him when was the last time he did something for the first time. He said this speech is what he's going to do for the first time, and because of Toastmasters. So before introducing Toastmaster Yuvaraju, I would like to call double DTM Toastmaster, double DTM Rajiv Nambiar to read out his speech objectives, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dere Manish. My target speaker, Toastmaster Yuvaraju, is attempting his final speech in the communications journey, ACG 10, from the entertaining speaker manual, His assignment is speaking after dinner. The objectives are prepare an entertaining after dinner talk on a specific theme. Prepare the talk using the skills developed in the preceding projects. Time is 8 to 10 minutes. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Manish, and all the best, Toastmaster Yuvraj.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, Rajiv sir. And Toastmaster Yuvraju, for the title, you have changed. You have changed, Toastmaster Yuvraju. Sir, could you please unmute yourself? Sir, could you please unmute yourself?
Before you guys proceed, just a quick question. Is someone recording this DTM speech today?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's being recorded.
I don't see. Okay, all right. If it's already started, then good. Thank you.
Good evening, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I will request all of you to unmute your system. Let's make some noise, guys. If you're married, please make some noise.
Yay!
Oh.
Oh,
So it's turn for bachelors like me. Please make some noise.
Hey! Married bachelors?
Guys, when I meet my friends, they always tell me that life is divided into two parts after marriage. One is before marriage and after marriage. The same way, if someone has to write a book on myself or my life, it will be like before Toastmaster and after Toastmaster. So I thought, okay, this is an after dinner speech. Let me speak about myself and the affinity which I have towards Toastmaster and how it has changed my life. Before Toastmaster, I had relatives, friends, gurus, mentors. After Toastmaster, I have Toastmaster relations, Toastmaster friends, Toastmaster gurus, and Toastmaster mentors. This way, my entire circle of friends, relatives, everything has changed. Before, I used to have 600 people in my Facebook. Now it's around 2,500. Before, in my LinkedIn, I had only 1,500. Now it is going to hit 4,000. It's before Toastmaster and after Toastmaster. So my circle increased, and in real sense, it increased a lot. So coming back, before Toastmaster, I had fear. After Toastmaster, still I have fear. Just that the definition of fear has changed. Before, it was like forget everything and run away. Now, it is like face everything and rise. And this man, especially my Toastmaster friend, I can call him as mentor, guru, relation, he always keeps me in one spot where I should shed my fear. It was in the year 2014 and we were having reverberation. I was area director. And basically you have this district conference happening, district council meeting, and the district director, that time division governor, has to give a report. My division governor, now double DTM Rajiv Nambiar, pinged me in the night before and said, I'm not going to make it for the meeting as I have some official work. It was on the morning and he wanted me to do the presentation. Before Toastmaster, I would have clearly said no to him and then I would have run away. But after Toastmaster, I had the courage to face that fear. I said, okay, I will do it, Rajiv. It's an opportunity to face people across in a district conference. I had two problems. One, I didn't know how to operate the PPTs which he has prepared. And second, the usual fear which you have. I encouraged the courage and then slowly went out the stage. I know I had fear, enormous fear. But I did the presentation. I did the presentation and came back. So the definition of fear for me has changed after joining Toastmaster. So the third thing which I'm going to tell is I'm a perfectionist. For every speech I come with a tie. For DTM speech I come with a blazer. And I'm a perfectionist. Before joining Toastmaster, I was a perfectionist. After joining Toastmaster, I am perfectionist in progress. In the sense, my definition of perfection has changed. I was VP Education, and I have my mentor Arun Sridhar, who was president that time. And this conversation is very special for me because it changed my entire perspective about the perfection which I have. And this is one quote which I take it very strongly into my personal life also. I said, Arun, I don't think I'm ready for presidentship. I feel that I need some more time to do it. As being a perfectionist, I wanted to do everything on dot and everything in a perfect way. And I still felt I'm not ready for that. That words which Arun said still lingers me in my mind. He said, Yuva, there is never a perfect time and there is never a perfect thing to be done. It's now which you have to do, and by doing it, we learn and we proceed further. From that day, the definition of perfection for me has changed to give my best on whatever I do and then just keep moving, learning from it and make perfect every time I do. This is what I do even in my speech. This is what I do, everything which I do in my life. So before Toastmaster perfectionist Yuvaraju, now perfectionist in making Yuvaraju. That's a difference Toastmaster has made. Before Toastmaster, I was always a solution seeker. Anything comes, I will want to find a solution for it, but I will ask people to give solution for me. After Toastmaster, doing the role of VP membership, VP education, on the day given, you will have a speaker backed out. On a day given, you will have challenges of finding timer or counter. On a day given, anything and everything can happen, and you still need to find a solution for it. This experience of my VP education and leadership journey in Toastmaster made me to find solution. Rather than seeking solution from across, I just get the solution to them. I'll just give a personal anecdote or personal experience of the solution giving. We were all going to Mogambiga on a car, and we landed in Mangalore. Mangalore was one thing where you'll not get the food which we wanted. And my niece Madhushri was very little, and my brother was becoming finicky because whatever hotel we go, idli was not there, and dosa she will not eat. And my brother was like fuming with anger and trashing everyone, boiling with so many things. I told, okay, relax. This is time for me to give solution. I said, I always feel that bus stand and around bus stand, you can easily find a lot of restaurant and idli will be available. Even though Mangalore, I don't know, after 7, you don't get proper tiffin and then idli is one tough task. So my parents, my brother, everyone sat in the restaurant. I slowly got up. I said, I'll be back in 5 minutes. I ran towards the bus stand and find an idli shop, bought an idli, and then came. I feel Toastmaster has equipped me or made me to think only of solution. This is what I do as a recruiter. Any given time, any problems, my mind only thinks of solution and I keep doing that solution. Now, into the leadership thing. Before joining Toastmaster, I delegated my work to myself. I was my team and I was working. After joining Toastmaster, I really delegated my work to people and then made them. Before joining Toastmaster, if I would have given a work to Maithili, next minute I will go to Maithili and say what you are going to do. You need to do this like this. And I would do the same thing and finish the work. But now it is not like that. After joining Toastmaster, after working in a lot of teams, I understood when you delegate, give them responsibility, authority, and accountability. That's where you make a difference. You should be only the guiding factor rather than walking factor on them and then making things to go. If your goal and their goal aligns, automatically things will happen. So friends, for me, Toastmaster has made a big impact before Toastmaster and after Toastmaster. Life has totally changed. And I can proudly say that, yes, life has changed me and I have changed. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, sir. That was a really worth mentioning milestone speech, I would say. And moving on at this right moment, I would like to say or share to you about how I got this theme, YOLO. So this happened maybe on Monday morning when I was just scrolling through, surfing through my television channels. I got a text from Abhishek. He said, I need a Toastmaster TMOD for this week. And I said, okay, this is a very competitive role. So I should just ping him as fast as possible. So I went to Abhishek and I told Abhishek, I want to be the TMOD. And the next second he asked me, okay, then what is the theme of the day? I didn't know. So as I was surfing through this channel and one song came up, it said YOLO, YOLO. And then there I got it. This would be the theme of the day. It is fun, frolic, exciting, everything. It had everything, okay? So though you might all wonder why I'm saying all these things, because it is no way related to the theme, just vividly explains why I got to this thing, okay? So why I came to this, or why I explained to you all about this, is that we are going to have a set of speakers who's going to do exactly like this, or at least some of them would, because the next session is the table topic session. And I would like to call Toastmaster Sujata on for this table topic session, but she is the table topic master. And on top of this, this is also her speech objective. So I call upon DTM Tamilarasan to read out her speech objectives, please.
Good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hello?
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Mr. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and the table topic master in particular, good evening. Her project objective is to determine how she effectively listens to what the table topic commentators say. That's the project objective. I would be evaluating on that angle. I wish the table topic master all the best. Back to you.
Manish, unmute yourself.
Hello?
Yes. Sorry about that. Okay, I would like to call Toastmaster Sujata onto the screen, please. And before, a few words about her is that she is a senior leader in IT division of a bank. And for table topics for her is that unexpected questions and uninformed decisions and unlikely situations, these are the impromptus of her day-to-day life. Learn to deal with them in the best possible manner by participating in table topics. So here I present to you the table topic master, Toastmaster Sujata, onto the screen, please.
TMOD Manish,
yes.
Sorry for interrupting.
Yes,
Timer Rohit's internet is not good, so his video is not available. So can we find an alternative timer? Can President Shruti or VP at Arun can be a timer for TT session alone?
Unmute yourself, Shruti, please.
President Shruti?
You are on mute.
Can you be a time? Can you be the timer for the TT session and evaluation session?
Yes, sure.
Thank you so much.
Yes, now let me present table topic master Toastmaster Sujata onto the screen, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manish. You did half of my job, Manish. Thank you for it. You gave an introduction about table topics already. So good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Allow me to share one of my personal experience. This was a time when I was called for an interview the third time. Needless to say, the previous 2 times I got rejected. So 10 directors and managing directors across the globe, over a video conference, drilling and deep frying me with their questions on technical questions, leadership questions, managerial skills and whatnot. Out of the blue, there was this gentleman who asked me a question. Sujata, can you tell me about the drawing behind you? Sorry, what was that? Drawing behind you. Drawing? And that was the first time I'm seeing. So my dear fellow Toastmasters, I'm sure you can resonate with me on facing this kind of impromptu questions, be it from your kid, family, spouse, or an embarrassing question from a very close relative. And this session is going to be a session which will help you to practice your on-the-spot speaking skills. And with that note, let me welcome you to the table topic session of the day and invite the first speaker for the day, who is Toastmaster Arvind. Toastmaster Arvind? Thank you, Arvind. Your table topic for the day, life, what it means to you. Toastmaster Arvind, life, what it means to you.
Thank you, Table Topics Master. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. This is Arvind Annamadi, and I'm going to present a table topic on life, what it means to you. So life, what it means to me is that we have to live our life in the most happiest way possible. I, as a person, focus on the mental aspect of things. That is, each and everything which I do should bring mental peace and happiness to me. So, in each and every activity which I do, I focus on that. And even though I might have some kind of deadline in the previous, in this day or maybe in the near future, I won't shy away from taking a couple of minutes to do what I like browsing social media, or maybe view some cricket scores of a match which is happening right now, etc. So yeah, that's what life means to me. That is to be mentally happy and peaceful in my life. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arvind. That was indeed a good speech about mental peace, and it reflects your no give up attitude as well. Thank you so much. So let me call upon the second speaker, Abhishek. Toastmaster Abhishek. Able to hear me?
Yes, I'm able to hear you.
Yeah, okay. So your topic, you only live once, so what? Toastmaster Abhishek, you only live once, so what?
My dear Toastmasters, imagine after end of this meeting, you go out of the room and there is a delicious chicken biryani for the Toastmaster of the day, or whatever the desserts that you like has been prepared by your mother or your wife and kept for you. How happy you will be with. Because life is to enjoy. Life is only once and we have to enjoy it. Being a Toastmaster, we are enjoying the public speaking and we are enjoying the skill growth attitude. And at the same time, we must also love to enjoy the foods and also save food for the future. But not only that, life is only once. We have to live to our fullest to make our name, our history in our life. At the same time, we must also not forget to enjoy. Success and entertainment should be the part of life, so that life, only one life has been accomplished to the fullest. Over to TTM.
Thank you, Abhishek. You know, I can resonate with you on your biryani liking and, you know, your liking towards speaking through Toastmasters. Thank you for that. Now, let me call upon Toastmaster Nikhil. Toastmaster Nikhil. So I think he isn't available. So next, let me call upon Toastmaster Sangeeta. Toastmaster Sangeeta, are you available?
Yes, the table topics master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta. So here is your topic, obstacles of happiness. Toastmaster Sangeeta, obstacles of happiness.
So always good evening, Toastmasters and guests. And the obstacles are always our life. So when we start our life, starting from our school days, the obstacles are the homeworks. How are we, going to go to the school without doing the homework? That is the first obstacle, and we learn how to overcome that by giving some reasons. So going forward to our college, by not attending the colleges, we do give reasons. So obstacles are always in our life. So after marriage, we do get a lot of obstacles from our spouse and then from our kids. So even for doing homeworks, we will get a lot of obstacles. We see a lot of videos and say that, okay, today with all positive note, with a new approach, I'm going to teach my kid like this. Then we go and approach the kid, then they'll have a different kind of attitude for us on that day. So we need to go with our obstacles, and we need to enjoy and love the obstacles to go forward. It's the spice for our life. That's all from me, those table topics master. Thank you.
Thank you, Sangeeta. So obstacles are spice to life. So we need to have more and more obstacles to, add more spice to our life. Thank you, Sangeeta. So timer, Shruti, can I call one more person? Do we have time to conduct one more topic?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you. So let me call upon our guest today. We have Archana. Archana?
Yes. Hi, table topics master.
Okay, thank you, Archana. So your topic, life, make the most out of it. So Gayatri, life, make the most out of it. Over to you.
Okay. So according to me, we have only one life. So I would say that, if you wanted to do whatever you like. So don't even lose a moment. Whatever is your passion, go behind your passion. Don't leave your passion. And just live the fullest, and you just have to go ahead with that. Actually, that's the only thing which I feel, according to me. So thank you, table topic master, Sujata.
Thank you, Archana. Thank you for your brave attempt. So with that, Shruti, do I have some more time?
Yes, ma'am. We can have two more speakers.
Okay, thank you. So let me call upon Toastmaster Sajid. Toastmaster Sajid.
Yes,
yeah, you're audible. You're audible. Yeah, okay. Thanks. So let me give the topic. What's life without risk? Toastmaster Sajid, what's life without risk?
Thank you, Sujata ma'am, for this great topic. So See, being in the banking industry for more than 15 years, what you said is absolutely right. You have to take risk if you want to prosper, whether it is an organization or if it is in your personal life. But there is one word of caution for this. One is that you should not take blind risk. Instead, it should be a calculative risk. The problem is that if you start just for the take of risk, just for the sake of taking risk, if you start taking risk, then it will end up it will boomerang on you. So instead, you should study the situation well. You should have a very good, solid background about the situation, and based on the theory, you should apply, and take the risk. That is which I wanted to tell all the audience. So, other than that, nowadays, let's take an example of this COVID-19. There's no point in taking risk and going outside, saying that COVID will not catch me, because I have seen a lot of people doing that. That's not the right way. So, without understand the situation properly and take calculated risk. And thank you, ma'am, for this nice topic, especially which is relevant to this current scenario.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sajid. You taught us how to take calculative risk. Thank you for that. Now, let me call upon Toastmaster Arun Abraham. Do we have Toastmaster Arun Abraham?
Hello, yes.
Yeah, hi. Okay, so the topic for you. Do you think life is made interesting? Toastmaster Arun Abraham, do you think life is made interesting?
Okay. Good evening to everyone present here. And it's a very good evening, especially. And we have to make our life interesting. It is in our hands. I mean, you'll have to look at the positive side of things in each and every day that has been given to us. Every moment counts. Some may say this COVID situation is quite a negative thing and be little bit on a bleak environment, and some others would say this is the right time to pick myself up. Perhaps in terms of self-development, I could read a couple of more books. I could help someone else and teach them something else they don't know. It depends on how we look at things. The perspective always challenges us, and it is us who takes those perceptions into a different dynamic. So I feel life could be made interesting only by us. It is in our own hands. And even the interesting and brightest of days can be looked upon as something so bad. So it is in our mindset how we look at things, and it is in our hands how to make life interesting. I think that's about that. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arun Abraham. Basically, we are the ones who carve our lives. We make it interesting or we make it bad. Thank you very much. With that, I will close the table topic session for the day. Over to you, TMOD Manish.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I think I'm audible again. Am I audible, Toastmasters?
Yes, you are.
Yes. So now that was an exciting session that we all witnessed right now, Toastmasters. So as we move further, I would like to say this. So we are all going through some bitter situation right now, but let's all try to see some positives in the negatives as well. Like, now see, we spend most of our time with the family. You achieve your skin goals. I've increased 1 tone of mine, and everyone's a chef now. Like, even I'm cooking, and your dads can also gossip, and petrol elements is reduced. So try to see the sweetness in the bitter as well. After all, the sourness and the bitterness is what elevates the quality of the sweetness. Now, to attack us all with the sweet bitterness, I would like to call the general evaluator for the day, Toastmaster Vidyadhar, who says about the theme of the day is that since we live only once, let's seize every opportunity we get and do our best in every role we take. And evaluation is not only essential for speeches, even in our meetings need critical evaluation to improve the quality. And that's why GE is an important role in Toastmasters. So without further ado, I'd like to call Toastmaster Vidyadhar on the screen, please.
Thank you, TM Modi. In general, evaluation is considered as a one-way communication from the evaluator to the target speaker. However, in Toastmasters, evaluation is a three-way communication. One, evaluation provides valuable inputs to the speaker to improve upon. And most importantly, it reaffirms the positive attributes of the speaker. Two, the process of evaluation helps evaluators to identify the essential ingredients of public speaking. Three, for the audience, evaluation provides a learning arena where we not only discover what to do, we also uncover what not to do. So for this three-way communication, we have our energetic evaluators lining up to give their marvelous evaluations. So first, let's invite Toastmaster Pal Bhaskaran to evaluate Toastmaster Mohan's speech. Toastmaster Pal Bhaskaran is a corporate trainer and a one-on-one coach on effective communication. He is a seasoned Toastmaster for more than 8 years and also the past president of our Wordsmith. When I asked him when did he felt the YOLO moment in his life, he said, whenever it comes to helping the people who are in need, he instantly feels, if not now, then when. This shows our Toastmaster Pal Bhaskaran's altruistic character. So without any further delay, let me call upon Toastmaster Pal Bhaskaran.
Hi, good evening, honorable person. And a special good evening to my speaker who delivered a wonderful speech. It is said novel speakers speak in their speeches, whereas entertaining speakers live in their speeches. Today, my speaker, Toastmaster Mohan, lived throughout his speech, giving away one cautionary message, I would say. Don't go too fast in your life. Bricks will be a great obstacle. That is indeed a very good takeaway message. What I loved most from his speech are, the moment he was onto the screen, he was reminding us on Steve Jobs' quote. Dear friends, that way he banged the opening his speech. And number two is, I could see the sincerity in his delivery by way of his body language and voice modulation. I'm sure you, the listeners, would definitely agree with me. These are the two aspects bring life to the story: the body language, appropriate body language, and voice modulation. For an instance, when he was mentioning God speaks to our heart, your voice was very soothing in such a way that I could listen to God's voice. Wonderful. I also appreciate the fact that he concluded his speech by reinforcing the message. Don't go too fast in your life. You may come across bricks like Corona. Wonderfully done. Having shared the strengths from Toastmaster Mohan's speech, if I had to help him make this speech a wow one, here are my recommendations. Number one, the pace of your speech was at the same level. I couldn't see any up and down. You could have slowed down when it is required. You could have, the speed can be increased whenever it is required. At times, you should have given a pause also from one transition to another transition. And number two is, while you were delivering your speech, your body was moving front and back. You could have stood still and spoken. If at all, you move with a purpose for the effectiveness. And number three is, when you say you fell from the wheelchair, I saw you standing and speaking. You could have enacted a drama for a few seconds, of course, away from the screen and risen up. Overall, Toastmaster Mohan, it was a wonderful listening to your entertaining speech, which had an interesting story with appropriate emotions to connect. If you can work on my recommendations like adjustment of speed, body language, appropriate pauses, you can make this an amazing one. Look forward to listening to more such speeches. Thanks a lot.
Not only singing style, but also the evaluation done by Toastmaster Pal Bhaskaran is such a treat for our ears. Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Pal Bhaskar. Now, let's invite Toastmaster Sajid to evaluate Toastmaster Shashikala's speech. Handsome Toastmaster Sajid has a postgraduate in finance and he is an operational professional. When I asked him, when did he felt that YOLO moment in his life? He said, at the end of the college days, he felt that YOLO moment. An alert for all the Toastmasters, during our networking sessions, please don't forget to ask Toastmaster Sajid about his YOLO activities in his college days. So without any delay, let me call upon Toastmaster Sajid.
Thank you, Vidya, for that a nice introduction, but you have really put me into a big risk.
You're ready to take.
So, Toastmaster Shashikala, first of all, congrats for completing the milestone speech CC10. And let me put this in bold and clear. You spoke, it was an YOLO speech. And the speech was very relevant, especially in this lockdown period. I will explain why. First of all, let me explain few attributes which I really liked in your speech. First, you explained with a situation where you met your friend. Then you connected that situation with a book. After that, Shashikala has explained the theory in the book. Then you explained how that theory can be made practical. She explained, she defined what is flow movement, like, to reach in a contented state or happiness, to reach the highest happiness. And what happens when you reach that contented state? You will become innovative, you will become more productive. This is what we all work to achieve, right? Then the way you achieve that also Shashikala explained with a chart. And during her speech, she explained 7 conditions and 3 strategies. Toastmaster Shashikala, this is where I want to give a suggestion to improve it. See, when you explain the 7 conditions and 3 strategies, you were rushing through the 7 conditions and 3 strategies. Actually, lot of things I couldn't recollect after the speech. And those things went on top of my head. Instead, what you could have done is, you could have explained by condition 1, condition 2, or strategy 1, strategy 2. This is the only feedback which I have, only areas of improvement which I have. And the best part which I loved in your speech is the chart which you have shown last. And you explained, to the importance of improving the skill. And if you are not improving the skill, it will become a boredom, which I really loved it. And why I said this is an apt speech is that this is the time where we all Toastmasters can improve our skill and take up new challenges once the lockdown is over. So that is the reason why I said this is a very relevant speech in today's scenario. And today the theory of happiness exists as an abstract idea for all of us. But Shashikala educated us with a theory with her YOLO speech to make it practical. And overall, it was a fantastic speech, Toastmaster Shashikala. Over to you, Toastmaster Vidyadhar.
Not only the speech, even the evaluation was like YOLO. Thank you, Toastmaster Sajid. YOLO. This phrase was founded by a musician named Drake in 1968. But this concept was first proposed by an Indian philosopher named Charvaka in the 6th century BC. Through this Charvaka philosophy, he said, there is neither a heaven nor a rebirth. There is only one life, and that is in our earth. So we should live our life to the fullest in the most meaningful way without any regrets. So now let's invite DTM Balaganeshan to evaluate TM Toastmasters Maithili's speech. DTM Balaganeshan's is an engineer by profession and a first-generation entrepreneur offering lean management services. He modestly said that he was an accidental DTM. But DTM Balaganeshan, nothing is accidental in Toastmasters. It's all because of your sheer hard work. He said the realization of YOLO came to him when his daughter was born. So without any delay, let me call upon DTM Balaganeshan.
Good evening, Toastmasters, once again. Am I audible?
Yes.
Hello. Yeah. Okay.
You're audible.
Thank you. When presenting an award, two critical aspects to be maintained. One, how important the award is. The second, how the recipient deserves that the prestigious award. And my target speaker, Maithili, has done justice to both. If not equally, I'll come to that little later. Also, when you're praising a person, there are two techniques that is to be followed. One, raise the stature of the person who is receiving the award. The second, lower your stature when you are presenting an award so that the other person's stature looks big. Maithili also engaged these two techniques in her speech when she talked about the merits of DTM Reena. She raised the stature of Reena. When she said Reena has to deal with a tough mentee like me, so there she lowered her stature and thereby giving a little higher stature to Reena. On both front, Maithili has done a fantastic job, and she has given a very brief reasoning about why this award is important, why Reena is all too deserving to receive this award from her mentee. And I hope it was a surprise to Reena also when when Maithili was presenting an award. And it is really good to receive an award from a mentee by a mentor. Overall, Maithili has done a fantastic job she has done a complete, but in her enthusiasm to praise Reena, I felt she has not really dwelled very much on how important or how prestigious this award is. That was little underplayed. Maybe that was the only suggestion if I have to give you, Maithili. You also have to create that why that award is important. Otherwise, it was a fantastic presentation, and both deserve the kudos, the presenter as well as the recipient. Over to General Evaluator.
We all have eaten sandwiches, but this sandwich evaluation by DTM Balaganeshan was so delicious to hear. So now moving forward, let's invite double DTM Rajiv Nambiar to evaluate Toastmaster Yuvaraju's speech. DTM Raju, who is fondly called as Tiger, is a person who loves to speak to others. Also, I always like his sense of humor, which I witnessed in his WhatsApp messages. So when I asked him for his YOLO moment, he says he has never felt it till now, but eagerly waiting for one YOLO moment. So without any delay, let me call upon DTM Rajiv Nambiar.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Right. Respected General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and in particular Toastmaster Yuvaraj in particular. Now today, Toastmaster Yuvaraj was on his last leg of the communications journey, and to be bestowed the most coveted award which every Toastmaster wishes to achieve for sure. To reach the peak, Yuva decided upon himself to use the after dinner talk approach and use a simple theme: before Toastmasters versus the after Toastmasters, which was very easy to follow as the stories, the anecdotes used during the speech were simple with a good message to the audience in particular. More so, his uncanny knack to weave in humor with a straight face at appropriate places is even more commendable, I would say. What caught me was the way he captured the attention in the very beginning of his speech itself with an energetic opening by asking the bachelors and the married men to make noise. But I guess he forgot about the married bachelors in the group. They can try up next time. Well, further on, I was elated to see the speaker give a talk rather than a speech to the audience. When I mean a talk, it means a casual talk than a very expressive and thrustful one, which means the project is all about giving an after dinner speech where the audience needs to be entertained in a very relaxed manner. You aced this aspect. Very well done. One area I felt you were slightly below par was when you were shifting from one incident to the next. Here I felt your transition was a little disjointed, especially the one where you spoke about the Italy incident and then moved on to the next anecdote in a hurry. I think so that could have been rectified there. The speaker is also commended for the way he used good gestures, appropriate pauses, and above all, the way he paced his speech. His ability to bring to life his experiences with use of vivid imagery was also good and appreciable. Overall, I felt that Toastmaster Yuvraj did his homework well and came up with an after-dinner speech to entertain the audience with aplomb. I would like to sign off by congratulating the speaker for having finished his race, which he had begun years ago, and to be proudly called today as a distinguished Toastmaster from here on. Once again, congratulations DTM Yuvraj, and welcome to be part of the illustrious DTM family in this part of the world. Back to you, respected General Evaluator.
We all were expecting a roaring evaluation from DTM Rajiv. However, his evaluation was not only roaring, but also a well-composed and a balanced one. So now let's invite DTM Tamilarasan to evaluate Toastmaster Sujata's speech. DTM Tamilarasan is a market analyst and a share broker, and most important, for more than 12 years. So when I asked him about his YOLO moment, he said he felt YOLO during his marriage. He got so excited about his marriage that he lost Tali on the day of the marriage. I'm sure that was an adventurous nightmare to DTM Tamilarasan. So without any delay, let me call upon DTM Tamilarasan.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Mr. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters and guests, and the table topic master in particular, good evening to all of you again. What I love the most from the TT master is, before she started calling table topic commentators, she started giving her own experience with her interviewer and wanted all of us to understand how the table topics are important in individual's life, how this can give success to one's life. A very well opening, very well done. Congratulations to her. Coming to the objective of this project, the table topic master has to effectively listen to what the table topic commentators say and comment once they finished their speeches. She did it wonderfully well. The objective is met with, no doubt. And coming to her preparation, I think she researched enough, collected enough information from different sources, did enough homework, and prepared topics in line with the theme of the day. Excellent topics and very well structured topics, I can say. So far, so good. And having said all that, what I would suggest to this table topic master to make it slightly better. When she looked or when she called the table topic commentators, she was looking somewhat serious. Maybe that is her way of looking, but if she smiles, that would add value and that would make all of us relax. That's the one single point I would suggest. Other than that, everything was dot. Congratulations to the table topic master. Back to you, General Evaluator.
DTM Tamilarasan, as your name suggests, you are not only the ruler of Tamil. With your poised voice, you also ruled this evaluation. Thank you for it. A small alert for all the Toastmasters. The voting link is up in the Zoom chat. Please vote after the tag players report. On to our reporting time. So to give our first report, let's call upon timer Toastmaster Shruti to give the report.
So good evening again, everyone. Before giving out the detailed time report, I would just read out the list of qualified speakers so that you can vote. All speakers are qualified. Toastmaster Mohan, Toastmaster Shashikala, Toastmaster Maithili, Toastmaster Yuvraju, and Toastmaster Sujata. And in TT speakers, the qualified speakers are Toastmaster Aravind, Toastmaster Abhishek, Toastmaster Sangeeta, Toastmaster Sajid, and Toastmaster Arun Abraham. And evaluators all are qualified. Toastmaster Paul, Toastmaster Sajid, DTM Balaganeshan, WDTM Rajiv Nambiar, and DTM Tamilarasan. And coming to the detailed time report, for the prepared speakers, Toastmaster Mohan, it is 6 minutes and 2 seconds. Toastmaster Shashikala, it is 10 minutes and 17 seconds. Toastmaster Maithili, 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Toastmaster Yuvraju took 9 minutes and 40 seconds. And TT speakers, we have Toastmaster Aravind, who took 1 minute 30 seconds. Toastmaster Abhishek, who took exactly 1 minute. Toastmaster Sangeeta, 1 minute 28 seconds. Guest Archana, 32 seconds. Toastmaster Sajid, 1 minute 38 seconds. Toastmaster Arun Abraham took 1 minute 1 second. And coming to the evaluators, we have Toastmaster Paul Bhaskaran, who took 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Toastmaster Sajid, who took 3 minutes and 20 seconds. DTM Balaganeshan, who took 2 minutes and 58 seconds. WDTM Rajiv Nambiar took 2 minutes and 38 seconds. And the last evaluator, DTM Tamilarasan, took 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Thank you, and over to General Evaluator.
Thanks, Toastmaster Shruti, for your detailed report. Now, let's go to the all counters report to be given by Toastmaster Sushmita.
Again, a very happy afternoon to my fellow Toastmasters and guests. As the R-Counters, this is my report for today's meeting. The Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Nikhil had 1 hour during his speech. The presiding officer Toastmaster Shruti had 1 and during the presidential speech, and she had only 1 unintentional pause during her timer report. The Toastmaster of the day, TM Manish, had 1 hour, 3 hours, 2 and 2 likes and 2 unintentional pause. The first speaker did not have any unlexical filler, but had 1 yeah, which is a lexical filler. The second speaker, Toastmaster Shashikala, had 1 hour and 3 hums and 1 just, and she had a repetitive word of I was. The third speaker, Toastmaster Maithili, had only 1 hum and 1 unintentional pause. The fourth speaker, Toastmaster Yuvraju, had 1 hum and 1 like. The fifth speaker, that is the table topic master, had 2 hours, 1 yeah, and 1 unintentional pause during the entire session. Apart from that, the first table topic speaker had 1 and 1 so and 2 unintentional pauses. The second table topic speaker, Toastmaster Abhishek, had 1 and 2 alsos and 1 unintentional pause. The third table topic speaker, Toastmaster Sangeeta, had 2 2 so's and 1 unintentional pause. Yes, Archana had 1 and 1 like without any unintentional pause. Toastmaster Sajid had 4 hours, 2 hours and no lexical fillers. Toastmaster Arun Abraham had 1 and 2 also. As regards the evaluation, the general evaluator during the entire course had 2 A's, 1 so. The first evaluator, Toastmaster Paul Boskin, had 1 and 2 unintentional pauses. Toastmaster Sajid had 1 and 1 pause. Toastmaster Balaganesh had 1 and 1 and. Double DTM Rajiv Nambiar had 1 DTM Tamilarasan had 1 so and 2 unintentional pauses. As regards the grammarian, during the grammarian report had 1 and the initial timer, Toastmaster Rohit, had 1 and 3 during the entire briefing session. This is my report as the counter for the day. Thank you, and over to the general evaluator.
Thanks, Toastmaster Sushmita, for your detailed report. Now, let's call upon grammarian Toastmaster Anindita for her grammarian report.
Thank you, general evaluator. So today I saw a lot of good usages by speakers. Some of the good usages are smart clear values in the future, pinnacle, deep frying, carve our lives, terrific, burning the midnight oil. Life is short, time is fast, proactive, mind and body is immersed, lose control of time, triple pay award, superior, strong message, live throughout the speech, relevant, good friend, critical aspects, grammar is like piece, not attending, calculated this, dynamic. Some of the correctable usages are, it is all routine things. It's all routine things. It's routine. Routine consists of all the things you do. Lingers me, linger in my mind. Then techniques that is to be followed is techniques that are to be followed. All the audience should be audience because audience itself is plural. Not attending colleges is not attending college. Or the theme of the day was use most by Toastmaster Vidyadhar, who uses 6 times, followed by Toastmaster Manish, who uses it thrice. Unfortunately, the word of the day wasn't used by all speakers. I request all of you to unmute yourself and just say the word abstract once.
Abstract.
Abstract.
Thank you. Over to the general evaluator.
Thanks for your detailed report, Toastmaster Anindita. So now it's time to move on to our evaluation report of the overall meeting. So before that, I request all the Toastmasters to vote in the link given in the Zoom chat. So now I request all the Toastmasters to unmute themselves and give a big round of applause. Thanks a lot. This applause is for successfully conducting this meeting. And it is not possible without the contribution of every Toastmaster and the guest present today. So, thank you. So, kudos to everyone. So, we have many positive attributes which we can learn from today's meeting. Because there were a few recommendations from the previous online meetings, but today we have achieved almost all the recommendations. So, coming from the start, we have the meeting starting at 4:00 dot. So which is really great for this online meeting. And not only that, all the role players, evaluators, and speakers have checked in on time and their internet connection was perfect. Not only that, their roll calls have been rightly ensured before the meeting by general evaluator and the TMOD. The most important point is the president has rightfully identified the divisional director and given a proper introduction. And also, the president has volunteered herself to be the timer at the last moment. This shows what kind of leader she is. Congrats to Toastmaster Shruti. Also, the counter showing presentations during her introduction of the role and also giving a report was very commendable. Kudos to Toastmaster Sushmita. And most importantly, DTM speaker Yuvaraju coming in full blazers and a tie is very much appreciable. And also, table topic master topics are very short and so much related to the theme of the day. Kudos to Toastmaster Sujata. Also, along with all the positives, there are a few learnings and certain recommendations which can be adapted to improve the overall quality of the upcoming meeting. There were initially few technical errors before starting the online meeting. This can be checked priorly by the president or a VP or a VP education to remove the lags. And second, the timing between the speeches were very tight. For example, Toastmaster Shashikala's 8 to 10 minute speech starts at 4:23 and ends at 4:33 p.m. So there were hardly any cushion time before or after. So thus, while devising our agenda, we should try to give some more cushion time between the speeches, because for every teacher will be reading out the project objectives. So if we provide some cushion time, our agenda can be more realistic and can be easily attainable. And next, all the speakers and evaluators can switch on the videos while they are talking. Only this will grab the attention of all the audience. Also, the suggestion by DTM Rajan Nambia sir is worth implementing in. Since we have network issues and low bandwidth issues, the role players, speakers, and evaluators can keep their videos on. Rest can switch off for a better bandwidth. And finally, we are evolving in our online meeting, and I can confidently say that the quality of the meeting is in par with an offline meeting. Kudos to everyone, and over to CM Modi.
Wow, Toastmaster Vidyadhan, that was very detailed. It was very crystal clear evaluation of the entire meeting that has been proceeded today. Kudos to you, man. It was really impressive. And Toastmasters, now we have come to the end of this, like the end of the meeting, and I'd like to tell you only this: don't let any opportunity get away from you. You know, opportunities are like angels. It only knocks your door once. If you appreciate it, it would be there with you and show all its mystical moments to you. But if you don't, it won't turn up to you anytime soon. Don't let the factors such as fear, ego, or jealousy to come in between and stop feeding the leader in you. After all, you live only once. Thank you, and over to the presiding officer, Shruti.
Thank you, Manish. So Toastmasters and guests, kindly vote for the best role player amongst the GE, TMOD, and TTM. The link has been provided here in the Zoom chat as well as in the WhatsApp group. So I hope you all enjoyed today's meeting. We had one DTM speech, another milestone speech, and a very good TTM session as well. So I would like to get feedback from a few of the guests present here. Hopefully, I would want to start with Archana ma'am.
Hi, Shruti.
Yes, ma'am.
So being a first session, I really enjoyed it, and I can see, like, you know, how this Toastmaster session is taking up. I couldn't understand few, phrases of DTM and those things. Might be in near future, like, you know, when I travel along with you guys, I'll come to know about this. And this was a really an exciting session, I would say, like, you know. So looking forward to join for more sessions, actually.
Thank you, ma'am. We are glad that you enjoyed the meeting. And DTM is Distinguished Toastmaster. So you have a specific number of speeches, around like almost 50 speeches, where you complete few sets of projects. And with that, you will get the DTM title. So we have quite a lot of number of DTMs in our club. So that's about it. And I would also like to get a feedback from one of the role players from a different club. We have Toastmaster Sushmita, who has played the R-counter role. Very detailed report indeed. So can we hear it from you, Sushmita? Just a few words.
Thank you for that compliment. It was amazing being here. I had always wanted to come and visit your club, but probably I couldn't do during the in-person meeting, and the online has given a wonderful scope for that. It was really amazing to see the wonderful speeches being given, one being the DTM speech, and all the speeches were really informative. I indeed like the table topic questions. They were crisp, interesting, sweet, and the entire session was amazing. Thank you for having me here. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sushmita. And anyone else who really wants to volunteer to give a feedback how you enjoyed today's meeting?
There is Harini from USA.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Harini Srinivasan. Yes, ma'am.
I was a Toastmaster in Chennai a few years back. I have been visiting Wordsmith Club and other clubs, and now I am a Toastmaster in US. I attended this meeting just to see Yuva's speech. Yuva completed his DTM. We have been Toastmasters together back then when I was there. It was lovely to see, to be a part of the Wordsmiths meeting. It was lovely to see his speech and lovely to see a lot of my other friends as well. Thank you for opening up this Zoom meeting, and it is a good thing that we have moved to online meetings now that I'm able to be here. Thank you so much, and nice to see you all again. Thank you.
Thank you, Harini.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, sir.
She is also a distinguished Toastmaster.
Yes, sorry, ma'am. I didn't know about it. So thank you,
okay.
distinguished Toastmaster Harini.
And
So
congrats, Yuva.
Thank you, Harini.
Yes. So I have a couple of announcements before we move on to the results. And I would now like to share my screen to you all. So today we have two Toastmasters who have presented their milestone speech. We have Toastmaster Shashikala, who has presented her CC10 speech. So let's have a huge round of applause for her for all the hard work that she has done. So congratulations, ma'am.
Thank you, Shruti. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, everyone.
Next, we have Toastmaster Yuvraju, who is actually now the distinguished Toastmaster who has presented his final speech in from ACG manual. So congratulations, sir. It's a happy moment for you as well as for
Yuva, DTM Yuva.
Thank you, Rajiv.
So we have the 575th meeting in less than 3 weeks time, and we are looking out for people who are very interested to be a part of the organizing team. So if you're really interested, kindly ping me or our VP at Arun, and we can get the idea started. The newsletter of Chennai Wordsmith Toastmasters Club is progressing, and a lot of articles have been submitted by many of the members. So if you still haven't submitted your article, kindly mail it to our treasurer Toastmaster Manish, and here I've mentioned the email ID. So do be a part of the newsletter as well. Send in your articles. If you have any pictures that you want to really share and write about it, you can definitely do it. Kindly ping Toastmaster Jakob or anybody from XCOM, you can send it, the articles. If you want to be a part of the editing team as well, you can come up. You can kindly talk to Toastmaster Jakob or Manish. And last but not the least, tomorrow we have our third international joint meeting along with 3 other clubs from Mexico. We have Deloitte Club and Ibero Puebla Club and Empresarios Toastmasters Club, all 3 from Mexico. From tomorrow 6:30 p.m. till 8:30 p.m. we have the meeting. And few of you have felt that you have missed the previous 2 international meetings. So this is exclusively for, not exclusively, this is mainly for those who have missed out attending the previous international meeting. So it will be a wonderful experience. Kindly join in for tomorrow's session as well from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And now it is time to know who has performed the best today. I'm sorry. Yes, we have the best table topic speaker today. We have 2 speakers who have got the best speaker award. We have Toastmaster Abhishek and Toastmaster Sajid as the best table topic speakers. Congratulations. And the best speaker for the day is Toastmaster Maithili. Congratulations, ma'am. And next we have the best evaluator is double DTM Rajiv Nambiar, sir. Congratulations, sir. The best tag player is Toastmaster Sushmita from Walkie Talkie in Anganallur. Congratulations, Toastmaster Sushmita. And last but not the least, the best role player for the day is the general evaluator, Toastmaster Vidyadhar. Congratulations, Toastmaster Vidyadhar. So that's it from my side. So I hope you all enjoyed today's meeting, and with this note, I adjourn today's meeting, meeting number 572.
Madam President.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I have a few minutes. I just wanted to speak.
Sure, sir. Sure. We have 5 more minutes. Yes, sir.
It's been a great journey for me. I still remember my first day, December 4, 2010, walking into Chennai Westman. It's been almost 9.6 years. When I said I have more friends, more relatives, it's from the bottom of my heart, because Wordsmith I always consider this as my home. So whenever I bang on Wordsmith in Towers Club, it's more that emotional connect and feel of a house that keeps me coming up. I have made a lot of friends, and there are few who have moved from friends to lifelong friends. And I can probably say that they are more than friends as such. DTM Rajiv Nambiar has always been one person who has been like pushing me in all ways. He will be straight on my face sometimes to give a feedback, and sometimes he knows what to say and how I will react and how I will work out. So thanks, Rajiv. I have Paul Bhaskaran sir, who has been like a big brother for me, always thinking about me, not only in Toastmasters, in my personal life also, always being there whenever it is. And thank you, Paul Bhaskaran sir. My mentor, Toastmaster Krishnan Chedampuram, when I started, was like hi-fi man, and I'm like searching for words. Right? So there were two different ends, but he's an amazing mentor to have. He left Toastmaster and he went for studies and then moved to UKSL. My mentor Arun Sridhar, what a person he is. So silent, but he knows what exactly to speak and how to speak. And he always brings the best out of me, and getting a good from him is like getting tavam from God as such. So thank you so much, Arun, Maitli, Reena, Balamurga. I can keep telling names as such. Even Toastmaster President Shruti. The way, the energy which follows whenever I meet her, the enthusiasm which she has, it's always been what to say, inspiring as such in all aspects as such. Arun, VP Education, the energy which he brings and the way he has like revolutionized online meeting. It's always a learning process for me, and I feel so close whenever I speak about Wordsmith as such. So it's an emotional moment for me, and 9.6 years is like a big journey. People have been pushing me to complete my DTM. That's like Reena always used to push, not only my case, she's always been pushing. When are you going to complete it? When are you going to complete it? So thanks, Wordsmith. There are people outside Toastmasters also who have always been great. Thanks everyone for being a part of my Toastmaster journey as such. Thank you so much, Toastmasters. And thank you for watching us.
Sure, sir. Congratulations yet again. And so do not forget to attend tomorrow's meeting from 6:30 p.m. we have. And with this note, I would adjourn today's meeting. Yes, thank you all. We can have a small photo session, like we could just take a screenshot. So if you could all show maybe a thumbs up, that would be great. Yes, thank you. Others who are not in video mode could try to be in video mode.
Shruti, host has blocked by video. Can you ask him to unblock? So that
Sure.